What happens when temptation whispers? This is the story of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. This is Genesis 3, the beginning of the story. Do you know it? I'm going to read it to you. In the garden, God planted the tree of life in the middle and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And he told Adam, "You can eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. For when you eat from that tree, you will surely die." Now, the serpent was the most cunning of all the wild animals that the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, "Did God really say, 'You must not eat from any tree'?" When the woman saw that the tree was good for eating, and that it was also pleasing to the eye and desirable for gaining wisdom, she took the fruit and ate it. She also gave some to her husband, who was with her, and he ate it. Then the eyes of both of them were opened, and they realized they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves coverings. And the Lord God said, "Behold, the man has become like one of us in knowing good and evil. And now, lest he reach out his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever." Therefore, the Lord God sent him out from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from which he was taken. He drove out the man, and at the east of the garden, he placed cherubim and a flaming sword which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. So let me get this straight. God created this beautiful garden. He put Adam and Eve here. They were to not eat from this tree right here. Why? Because if they did, they would die. So a snake comes along and tricks Eve into believing God is holding something back from her. Eve then goes and grabs the fruit, and she eats it. And then Adam, being the amazing guy that he is, just decides to join her and eat it as well. And then what happens? Their eyes are opened. And what does that mean? Well, before they ate the fruit, they were innocent, right? They didn't know what it meant to be sinful. But after they ate the fruit, they suddenly became aware of their sinfulness. Suddenly, they realized they were naked. Before, they didn't know. They didn't care. But after, they were overwhelmed with this newfound knowledge of good and evil. So because they chose to disobey God, the consequence was that they were exiled from the garden, from God's presence. But there's hope. Even though they messed up, even though they chose evil over good, God still has a plan for them. God still has a way to redeem them. God still has a way to restore them. It's not going to be easy, but the journey starts with a choice, continues with a consequence, but ends with hope. What's your choice today? Will you choose God or will you choose sin?